Well, hello people. I'm just found my old crawler, which I gave the name Humla. The very first video I've got on my channel is about this crawler, the build. It's a superclass crawler. That means it's a 1/8 scale crawler. And before they draw competition with this class of crawlers, I'm not sure if they are still doing that or if they are now gone to more easy access crawlers like 1/10 scale crawlers. So there are some custom parts there, but just look in the very first video I made about details about this crawler. I've not changed a lot on this crawler. Only thing I know I changed is I changed the pinion on the motors to 14 tooth pinion. Before it was 10 tooth pinion. So the gearing now with the 14 tooth pinion is about 150, also 1/250. So when the motor turns 50 turns, the wheel turns 1 turn. And so the car is a bit faster, and it still got enough hold so it can hold the car and not slip when it go in steep hills. For me, crawling is just something I do in the summertime here in Norway, because in the winter, also the autumn and spring, it can be cold and wet, and I just want to crawl when it's dry outside and it's warm. So it's kind of a relaxing thing for me. Bashing is something different. Bashing you can do all year, and it's all about fun, really, having fun. Crawling is more like relaxing for me. So I take this when I'm out walking, mountain hiking or something, and it's almost like having a dog with you. This is the front of the car, this is the rear. It looks almost like the same. I just got the battery tray here, and this body is a bit different in the front than in the rear. But these arrows just mark what is the driving direction. The servos are a bit weak. They are okay, but sometimes when I'm driving in very steep hills, and the servos have to work very hard, they get very hot. So I could upgrade the servos, but I've decided I'm just gonna use them till they break. They are okay servos. It's high tech. Let's see here. High tech OS 7955TG. I don't remember the specs on this servos. Just look in my first video. So now is the first startup. It's been stored all winter, and it's not very much to do. Good things about crawlers. They are very light usually. I don't remember the weight of this crawler. Again, look at the first video. I believe it's maybe around 3 kilos or something. And also you use very small batteries. This battery is just 1550 milliamps, 3S battery. Light and small. And with this small battery you can drive for about 30 minutes or even longer. So I have 3 of these batteries. So when I'm hiking, usually it's enough with 3 of these batteries. Also, when I'm hiking, sometimes I release the wheels, take off the wheels. Then I get the body here of the crawler in my bag, and also the wheels, so you can carry it on the back, and it's not have The remote controller is a bit big and clumsy. It also uses 8 battery. It's an old Fly Sky. It's modified, firmware upgraded, or hacked, they call it firmware hack. Also one component in here I changed to get a bit more out of the batteries. So the setup is a bit odd there, and the menus are a bit odd. So when you first have set it up, usually you don't have to change that much. So that's it. Now I'm just gonna set in a battery. I've took off the aluminium plates, chassis plates I had here, or body plates, because to get easier access to electronics. But I have this sort of thing I can put over the car if I want to protect it a bit. But not gonna use that now. We have 2 motors, one for the rear and one for the front axle. It's no differential here, it's locked axles. And you got 1 steering servo in the rear and 1 steering servo in the front. Yes. So we have also 2 ESCs, 1 ESC for the front and 1 ESC for the rear. And we have 2 backs to get power to the servos. They are lying in the bottom of this small body here. And 1 receiver as usual. So this car have both 4-wheel steering and dig, so you can set the speed of the front wheels versus the speed of the rear. You can lock the rear if you want and just have a front wheel driving. That is nice if you have to make very sharp turns. And a 4-wheel steering is of course good to have. So now we're gonna start it up. It's no power on switch on this car. When you put in the battery, connect it, it's on. So let's turn on the transmitter first. And let's drop in the battery tray here. So I don't know if the weather gets better and hotter, I'm gonna start to use this car again. Take some hiking on the mountain. Batteries in. Let's just connect it here. There it's on. Just have to get the cables look a bit better here. Let's see. Something like this maybe. Alright. So now the car is on. And there's no fans on the motors, so it's completely silent. Let's see if it's working. Yeah. As it is a crawler, you see, you have very good low speed control. You see, this is the slowest speed. Let's see now. Yeah, very slow. And you have no brakes. That's also typical for a crawler like this. So when you push the transmitter in the rear, it goes directly backwards, and you put forward. Of course, it goes forward. Also, so when you go forward and you drop the throttle to the middle position, the car will stop hard like this. It stopped hard because what is holding the car is the drivetrain, the motors, the pinions, the gearbox, because we have a 150 gearing here, so the car will just stop very hard when you drop the throttle. And that is what you want with the Corolla, because you want it to stay in the, if you're driving in a steep hill, you want the Corolla to stop and hold position, not starting to drop backwards or yes. Also, you know, the most viewed RC car channel on the internet, I believe that is Kelvin Talbot, I'm not sure. There's also some other very popular channels, but Kelvin Talbot, he is doing, when he got a new car, a basher car, he's doing in the Stair test. And he's driving down the stairs with the basher cars to see if it breaks anything. He means, of course, that's just a funny test, but he does this test just to see if the car breaks anything in the stair test. So with the Corolla, you should really do the opposite. You should not drive downwards, you should drive upwards in the stair to see if you can climb the stairs with the Corollas. But to be a little bit serious, of course, it depends a lot of the size of the Corolla, the size of the wheels, and also the size of the steps in the stair. So when I'm now testing the car, I see I have 4-wheel steering here now. So I'm now testing the car. I can try to crawl a bit up the stairs. Oh. And this is putting a lot of stress on the servos. Whoa. There we had it. Oh. This is putting a lot of stress on the servos because when you get this odd car positions, the servos have to hold the car. So with everything in crawling, you have to find the right movement, the right positions. You have to get the wheels to get grip. And this stairway climbing is really hard on the car, really. But this kind of terrain you usually don't find in the outdoor. So you can hear the servos are working. Hear the servos. And that's because I'm now having the car standing still in this position, and the servos are really working to hold the wheels. The engines have no problem with keeping the keeping the wheels turning, but the servos are working hard. Let's see it. Oh no.
Så vi kan hente det i pakken.
Ja, men at vi ikke trenger å ta med oss så mye håndbagasje.